The best English Premier League side in the 2025-2026 season has been the Gunners at the Emirates Sports Stadium. Arsenal ends FC Bayern dominance in the 2025-2026 season in unbeaten in all competitions, 14 matches against the Gunners in the UEFA Champions League. FC Bayern have won 8 matches against Arsenal, and Arsenal have now won 4 matches against FC Bayern. The best moment for Arsenal in the 2025-2026 season, Julian Timber, Martinelli, making sure Arsenal secures their 5th win in the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League season. FC Bayern leads the German Bundesliga table unbeaten. They lead the UEFA Champions League unbeaten prior to meeting Arsenal. Their 14th match prior to meeting Arsenal, and they won 8. Arsenal have won 3, and 3 of those matches ending up in a draw. Their 15th UEFA Champions League game, and Arsenal picked the 3 valuable points in the 3-1 win over FC Bayern. The biggest upset in the UEFA Champions League was when Arsenal made it impossible, was when Chelsea made it impossible. Liverpool loses again. Real Madrid also wins against Olympiacos by 4-3. Liverpool lost by 4-1. Do you think Ancelotti should be fired by Liverpool? 2025-2026 season has been one of the biggest upsets in the UEFA Champions League season. It has been one of the biggest upsets in the UEFA Champions League season. People will see, people will smile, people will cry. But one of the most iconic moments in the UEFA Champions League is one of the best clubs when it comes to the UEFA Champions League, when it comes to the German Bundesliga. But the biggest club this season has been Arsenal, and it has been Chelsea. In the ongoing 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League season, FC Bayern, after being undefeated in 4 matches, went down the drain against one of the biggest clubs in the English Premier League, the Gunners, who is also unbeaten in the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal have now won 5 matches in the UEFA Champions League. They've only lost a game in the English Premier League, and they proved a point. They proved the biggest point. They proved one of the most iconic moments in the UEFA Champions League season. Do you think Arsenal can win the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026 season? Do you think Arsenal has 99.9% chance of winning the 2025 English Premier League? They are unbeaten in the English Premier League. In 12 matches, Arsenal have drawn 2. They've lost 1, and they've won 9. The greatest moment in the English Premier League, the best moment in the UEFA Champions League, has been one of the finest moments for the Gunners in the 2025-2026 season. 3-1. Noni Madueke, Martinelli, and Julian Timber, making it impossible for FC Bayern, for Vincent Kompany. Mikel Arteta has been one of the finest coaches, the best coaches in the 2025-2026 season. In the English Premier League, Arsenal is doing it. In the UEFA Champions League, Arsenal is the only unbeaten club in the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League season. As that surprised you. Everyone knew FC Bayern is going to win. FC Bayern defeated Paris Saint-Germain. Everyone thought FC Bayern is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake. And they lost to the Gunners at the Emirates Sports Stadium. The only unbeaten club in all competitions in the 2025-2026 season. has been FC Bayern, and the Gunners made it possible that they will be the first club to end the dominance in the UEFA Champions League, to end the FC Bayern's unbeaten run in the UEFA Champions League, and the Gunners made it possible. Mikel Arteta silenced and did everything at the Emirates Sports Stadium, the best place most clubs goes to, and they never pick a point at that stadium. And Mikel Arteta did it to pick the 3 valuable points against FC Bayern, Vincent Kompany, who won the German Bundesliga in the 2024-2025 season. Now 2025-2026 season, Mikel Arteta has been unbeaten. Join the live stream and let's discuss. What do you think about Arsenal's dominance in the season? Are they the best club so far? Are they the finest club so far? Paris Saint-Germain winning, Liverpool losing, Real Madrid winning. Do you think Arne Slot should be fired as the head coach of Liverpool? And where do you think Liverpool will be at the end of the season? They've lost in the English Premier League back to back. They've now lost in the UEFA Champions League. What is happening to Liverpool? Where is the problem coming from? Where is Liverpool's problem coming from? Is it a problem for Arne Slot, or it's a problem from the players that they don't want Arne Slot to coach Liverpool again? Where is the problem coming from? What is happening to the "we never walk alone" syndrome? Liverpool has now been a shadow of their own past. After starting so well in the English Premier League, after starting so well in the UEFA Champions League, Liverpool is falling down in the pecking order in the UEFA Champions League, falling down in the pecking order in the English Premier League. What is happening? Can Liverpool and Arne Slot turn things around? How many games do you think will be given to Arne Slot to turn things around for Liverpool, or he is going to be fired? Rumors have already started circulating around when Arne Slot lost over the weekend to Nottingham Forest. Rumors have been circulating around that Arne Slot will be fired as the head coach of Liverpool, but he still maintains his spot. Now he has lost in the UEFA Champions League. Will Liverpool go out of the UEFA Champions League? Or Liverpool will stay in the UEFA Champions League and things will be corrected by Arne Slot? How has the season fared so far if you are a Liverpool fan? How has the season fared so far if you are an Arsenal fan? And how has the season fared so far if you are a Real Madrid fan in the Spanish La Liga? The best moment in the UEFA Champions League was the biggest moment when Chelsea, the Blues, picked the 3 valuable points against FC Barcelona. Now FC Bayern has dropped the 3 valuable points against the Gunners at the Emirates Sports Stadium. What are the lessons that you have learned tonight? FC Bayern dropping down the pecking order with a 3-1 loss to the Gunners. What do you think about the game? What do you think about Arsenal's performance in the 2025-2026 season? As Arsenal's performance being the finest, being the best you have ever seen. 50 matches between between Arsenal and FC Bayern. And FC Bayern have won 8. Arsenal have won 4. Bayern has now dropped the points that everyone thinks they are going to drop against the Gunners. Can Arsenal win the English Premier League 2025-2026? Cristiano Ronaldo predicted that Arsenal is the best club in the world so far this season. They won all matches They are doing so well in the English Premier League, and they've ended Vincent Kompany's dominance in all competitions in the UEFA Champions League and in the German Bundesliga. They picked up valuable points they have been thinking of. That valuable points everyone thought FC Bayern is going to pick. They've won in all competitions, and they won against 2025 UEFA Champions League winners, Paris Saint-Germain, with a whooping goals, and now the same whooping goals have been scored against them. How do you think the Gunners have fared so far in the 2025-2026 season? Noni Madueke, Julian Timber, Martinelli made it possible for the Gunners at the Emirates Sports Stadium. What do you think about the game? How has Arsenal fared so far this season? If you ask me, that has surprised me. As a journalist, Arsenal is the best club in the world. I wasn't surprised when Arsenal won against FC Bayern. It was 1-0 in the 34th minute. But as the game progresses, Arsenal started dominating the tempo of the game, and they made it impossible for FC Bayern, for the German champions in the 2024-2025 season. Man City lost yesterday. Liverpool has lost today. How is the season going so far for Liverpool? How is the season going so far for Manchester City, Pep Guardiola? In the English Premier League, Chelsea is second, Man City is third. Liverpool has fallen down the pecking order. They have so many players. Liverpool has the best squad when it comes to the world of football. After signing Alexander Isak from Newcastle United, after signing Florian Wirtz, they have never been the same. Liverpool have signed great players in the 2025-2026 summer transfer window. They signed one of the best players in the world, but their season have ended up in a sorrowful manner. How do you think the season has been so far for Liverpool? How has the season been so far for Mikel Arteta, for Arsenal? The best club so far in the 2025-2026 season has been the Gunners. The second best club in the English Premier League has been the Blues. What is the weekend going to be after the UEFA Champions League debacle? What is the weekend going to be in the week? What is the season going to be for Liverpool? Do you think Ancelotti should be fired as the head coach of Liverpool? Do you think Liverpool can turn things around? Will everything go well for Liverpool, or their season is going to be going down the drain? What should Ancelotti do, and what should Liverpool management do this season? Are they going to call a crisis meeting to resolve the issues that is going on? Is the issue from the players, or is the issue from the coach Ancelotti? How is things going to be turned around for Liverpool? How do you think Liverpool is going to turn things around this season? Things has been going down from worse to worse in the 2025-2026 season. Arsenal is first in the English Premier League table, 6 points behind second place Chelsea. FC Bayern is first on the German Bundesliga table, 15 matches now against the Gunners. They've won 8, the Gunners have won 4, and 3 of those matches have ended up in a draw. But the best club in the 2025-2026 season is the Gunners. Can the Gunners win the UEFA Champions League? Can the Gunners win the English Premier League? What do you think about Mikel Arteta's performance this season? What do you think about Arsenal's performance this season? They signed few players, but they are the best club so far across the length and breadth of Europe. They are the only unbeaten club in Europe. In the 2025-2026 season, Arsenal is the only unbeaten club. Do you share the same sentiment that Arsenal will win the English Premier League, that Arsenal will win the UEFA Champions League? Which club will be in the round of 16? Which club will go top in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League? How do you think the season has been so far? 15 matches, 8 wins for FC Bayern, 4 wins for the Gunners, and 3 draws. But the Gunners have made it impossible for the for the German champions. And Liverpool is still losing. Can they win over the weekend to bring smiles onto their faces of their teaming supporters, or the weekend is also going to be silent? Let me know what you think about Arsenal's performance against FC Bayern and Liverpool losing. Do you think Liverpool can turn things around? Do you think Arsenal has 99.9% chance of winning the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026 season? Who is going to win it? Which club is the best on match day 5? When it comes to fantasy football, you always pick clubs that have done so well. You always pick players that have done so well. But which players are you going to pick? William Estival, Julian Timber, Martinelli will always be picked. Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappe, Arda Güler will always be picked. Which players are you going to pick in the 2025-2026 season? When it comes to fantasy football, which players are you going to pick? Man City losing, Liverpool losing, Chelsea winning, Arsenal winning. 2025-2026 season, how have it fared so far for you? What smiles do you have on your face if you are a Ghana? How well are you smiling when the 3 valuable points at stake was picked against all odds? The best moment in the UEFA Champions League, the Gunners, the biggest club in the 2025-2026 season, has been the biggest moment for the Gunners. Do you ever thought Arsenal will win against FC Bayern? You never thought about it. But everyone I interviewed gave me the assurance that Arsenal is going to win against FC Bayern, and they picked the 3 valuable points against FC Bayern. 3-1. Martinelli, Julian Timber made it impossible. Martinelli, Julian Timber, Noni Madueke picking the 3 valuable points against FC Bayern at the Emirates Sports Stadium. Now, Emirates Sports Stadium is the fortress ground for any other club that goes there. Can Arsenal win the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League? Can they win the English Premier League 2025-2026? The Premier League, the UEFA Champions League. It's the season for the Gunners. It's the season for the Blues. And what point do you make that the season is going to be? How far do you think the season will go? Do you think the finest moments in the English Premier League is the finest moments when the Gunners are on the pitch playing? After Gunners surprised you this season, some will say yes, some will say no, because they know Arsenal will turn things around. After Arsene Wenger comes the best, the finest coach. After Arsene Wenger comes the best and the finest coach, Mikel Arteta. As Mikel Arteta surprised you, one of the students of Pep Guardiola. When it comes to coaching, one of the best coaches in the world of football has been Pep Guardiola. He has so many students cutting across the length and breadth of the world. He has great coaches. He has trained and nurtured coaches whom are doing so well in separate leagues. One of his students is Mikel Arteta. One of his students is Mikel Arteta, and he is doing the footprints of Pep Guardiola in the English Premier League, in the UEFA Champions League. he is doing it. He drew against Man City. He drew against Sunderland. And he has won all his matches. And he lost only one game against Liverpool. But at the moment, the biggest moments in the UEFA Champions League, the greatest moments in the UEFA Champions League, the finest moments in the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026 season was the moment when the Gunners picked the 3 valuable points against all odds, against the German champions. Arsenal won the league after several years. But 2025-2026 season has been the biggest season so far for the Gunners, winning separate matches in the UEFA Champions League, unbeaten in 5 matches in the UEFA Champions League, and they have only lost a game in the English Premier League. 2025-2026 season has been the greatest moment for the Gunners. Ofili say Arsenal betimi awini UEFA Champions League nana. Ofili say Arsenal betimi awini English Premier League 2025-2026 season. The only match Arsenal lose is the match boy against Liverpool, the English Premier League. All matches in the English Premier League, Arsenal are winning in one lose back, one draw. All matches in the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League season, Arsenal are winning in they build na Arsenal ebe ya ufe. When you Arsenal ba feel fell. What are the things Arsenal will do to make you smile? Do you think they are the finest? Do you think they are the best? Do you think they are the greatest club in the world so far at the moment? And which club do you think Arsenal should meet once again? When they meet Real Madrid, they did it against them in the 2024-2025 UEFA Champions League season. When they meet Real Madrid, they are going to dominate. Which club won't Arsenal dominate against them when it comes to the season so far? They did it in the 2024-2025 season, and he can do it in the 2025-2026 season beyond all reasonable doubt. Arsenal is the best club so far. In all competitions, Arsenal is the best club. The only club unbeaten in the UEFA Champions League. The only club that has gone unbeaten in the UEFA Champions League has been the Gunners. Do you think they are going to lift the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League trophy? What do you think about the Gunners so far? They are the best? Or to you, they are not the best? You might hate Arsenal, but they are the finest club. They are playing the tiki-taka football. They are the best club. They are playing one of the best moments in the UEFA Champions League. You can like or dislike, but Arsenal is the best club in the 2025-2026 season. They are the finest club in the 2025-2026 season. In all competitions, Arsenal has only lost a single game. In all competitions, Arsenal is the best club. Won all matches in the 2025-2026 season. The only game they lost in the English Premier League was against Liverpool. Do you think Mikel Arteta is the best coach? Do you think he has been the finest coach you have ever seen in the 2024-2025 season? Liverpool not doing badly. Liverpool falling down the pecking order. But the best 2 clubs in the English Premier League writing history and making history has been the Gunners and it has been the Blues. They've done so well in the English Premier League season. They've done so well in the UEFA Champions League. The first and the second are beating the best clubs in the UEFA Champions League. The best clubs in the UEFA Champions League on match day 5 is Arsenal and it's Chelsea. Do you agree or you disagree? Arsenal and Chelsea is the biggest club in the 2025-2026 English Premier League season. You can disagree, you can agree, but they are the finest and they are the best club. Do you share the same sentiment with me? The 2025-2026 season on match day 5 in the English Premier League, on match in the UEFA Champions League, on match day 12 in the English Premier League, it was Arsenal and it was Chelsea. On match day 5 in the UEFA Champions League, the 2 best clubs has been Chelsea and it has been the Gunners. How do you think the season has been so far for the Gunners? If you are a Gunner, and if you are a Blues fan, at the Stamford Bridge, Chelsea scored FC Barcelona by 3 goals to 0. And in the English Premier League, Arsenal won. In the English Premier League, Chelsea won. In the UEFA Champions League, Chelsea won. In the UEFA Champions League, Arsenal won. How do you think the season has been so far? Join the live stream and let's discuss. The Gunners, can they win the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League? Preliminary round, 5 games has been played so far. Arsenal has the best record. They've won all their 5 matches. They initially had 9 points, now they have 12 points in the UEFA Champions League. The only club unbeaten in the UEFA Champions League has been the Gunners. The best club in the second best club in the UEFA Champions League is Chelsea. The finest moments in the UEFA. Join the live stream and comment, like, share, and subscribe to SATV Sports. Let's keep going. Let's keep the channel growing. Let's keep the channel active and let's make it one of the best. When it comes to live streams on YouTube, SATV Sports is the best live stream YouTube channel in the world. The finest, the best, the greatest. SATV Sports is the best you can ever find on YouTube. When it comes to live stream, we are the best. When it comes to having interaction with our viewers, we are the best. What do you think about the game between Arsenal versus FC Bayern, Chelsea versus FC Barcelona? And Chelsea made it impossible for FC Barcelona. Arsenal also made it impossible for FC Bayern. 2025-2026 season has been the greatest. It has been the finest. It has been the best moment you can ever find on the football pitch. 3 valuable points was picked at the Emirates Sports Stadium. 3 valuable points was picked at the Stamford Bridge. And Real Madrid picked that valuable points against Olympiacos. And Liverpool lost by 4 goals to 1. What has the season been? How do you think Liverpool has fared? If you are a Liverpool fan, do you think Ancelotti should be fired? If you are a Ghana, do you think Mikel Arteta is the best coach in the world so far at the moment? What has the season been so far if you are a Ghana? What has the season been so far if you are a Chelsea fan? And do you think Chelsea and Arsenal have been the greatest club in the 2025-2026 season? How do you rate Arsenal and how do you rate Chelsea? How do you rate Chelsea and how do you rate Arsenal and how do you rate Liverpool and Manchester City? They've been one of the best clubs in the English Premier League, but they have been the worst so far in the 2025-2026 season. And the worst club this season has been Liverpool. The worst club this season has been Liverpool. Do you agree or you disagree? The amount of money spent on Ancelotti hasn't been what Liverpool fans are seeing on the pitch. Do you agree or you disagree? 2025-2026 season has been the worst season for Liverpool. 2025-2026 season has been the most awful season for Ancelotti. And Liverpool are not doing what the fans want them to do. Ancelotti should be fired. I think at the moment he has hit the rock. And Ancelotti should be fired and a new coach should be appointed for Liverpool for him to turn things around. Ancelotti was brought in and he won the English Premier League. Liverpool's 20th English Premier League title, joint top English Premier League won with Manchester United. Liverpool won their 20th English Premier League title. Manchester United have also won their 20th English Premier League title. Joint 2020 English Premier League titles won by Manchester United and won by Liverpool. But at the moment in the 2025-2026 season, it has been the worst season so far for the Gunners. It has been the worst season so far for Liverpool, and the Gunners has been the best so far in the 2025-2026 season. And Mikel Arteta should be given the best coach of the year. In the UEFA Champions League, Mikel Arteta is the best. In the English Premier League, Mikel Arteta is the best. How has the season fared so far? If you are a Ghana, how has the season fared so far? If you are a Liverpool fan, how has the season fared so far? If you are a Newcastle United supporter, they took your best priced striker, your best player, but Liverpool hasn't been the same. What do you think Liverpool should do to turn things around? A crisis meeting should be organized to make sure resolves are being made, to make sure corrections are being made, to make sure issues are being solved behind the scenes. What is really happening to Liverpool? What is happening to the "we never walk alone" symbol? We never walk alone syndrome. We never walk alone at Anfield, and things are going down the pecking order, worse to worse. Do you think the players want Ancelotti to be sacked? That is the reason things are going on this way. Or is the players that has the awful character against their own coach? What should be done for Liverpool to turn things around? What do you think should be done for issues to be resolved, for things to go well for Liverpool? You might know what should be done. What do you think should be done for Ancelotti? And what do you think should be done to the players? Do you think in the January transfer window, Liverpool should sign players again? How much do you think Liverpool is going to spend on the transfer market? Because in the UEFA Champions League, they are going down the pecking order. In the English Premier League, they are going down the pecking order. How is the season fared so far for Liverpool? They are just going down the drain. They have just been the worst club so far this season. They signed the best players across the length and breadth of the leagues. Across the top European clubs, Liverpool signed the best players. Arsenal signed few players, but Mikel Arteta has turned things around to make sure Arsenal becomes the fearsome club in the English Premier League. You can go to the Emirates Sports Stadium and pick a point at the Emirates Sports Stadium and walk away easily. You can go to the Emirates Sports Stadium and win a game against the Gunners. They are the fearless club in the English Premier League so far this season. They are the only unbeaten club in the UEFA Champions League. 5 matches, 5 wins. And they won their final 5 match, their 5th game against the best club in Europe, the German Bundesliga champions, FC Bayern Munich, losing by 3-1 to the Gunners. The best English Premier League club at the moment has been the Gunners. The finest English Premier League club at the moment has been the Blues. Do you agree or you disagree? Despite you being a Manchester United fan, despite you being a Liverpool fan, despite you being an Arsenal fan, despite you being a Man City or a Newcastle fan, Chelsea and Arsenal are the biggest club in the 2025-2026 season. You might agree, you might disagree, but they are the finest and they are the biggest club in the English Premier League so far this season. You might agree and you might disagree, but so far, as a journalist, I am telling you point blank, fact is fact. Arsenal is the best club so far in the 2025-2026 season. Man City is doing well, but they are going worse to worse. Liverpool is just going from worst to worst. They are just dying down the drain. In the English Premier League table, Liverpool is the worst club. They are the worst club in the English Premier League, and in the UEFA Champions League, they are becoming the worst so far. How many matches do you think Ancelotti is going to win once again? How many matches do you think Liverpool is going to win again? Are they going to lose over the weekend? And Ancelotti, should he be fired? If you ask me, Ancelotti should be sent home. Ancelotti should resign. Ancelotti should be sacked as the head coach of Liverpool. He has done his best, but his best isn't good enough at the moment. In the 2025-2026 season, Ancelotti did his best, but his best at the moment is becoming worse. Ancelotti at this moment is becoming worse than being the best coach in the 2025-2026 season. Everyone thought Ancelotti is going to be the savior for Liverpool, but Ancelotti has been the worst so far this season. Ancelotti has been the worst so far this season. This is my brother, my elder brother from Ethiopia. And yesterday he was telling me Arsenal is going to win. He will speak in his language. What do you think about Arsenal's game against FC Bayern? They won by 3-1. Speak your language.
Yeah,
your language.
አርሰናል 3-2 ተሸንፈዋል። 3-1 ተሸንፈዋል። አርሰናል ዘንድሮ በጣም ተጠናክሯል። የአርሰናል ሚድፊልደሩ እና ተከላካዩ ከፊት ለፊት ያሉ ተጫዋቾችን እንደውም በጣም ውጤታማ ዝውውሮችን አድርጓል አርሰናል። በጣም ምርጥ ቡድን good squad.
Good. And do you think Mikel Arteta is the best coach so far? Same in your language.
ሚካኤል አርቴታ በጣም ምርጥ ቡድን ገንብተዋል። ዘንድሮ ሚካኤል አርቴታ ቡድን በጣም የሚደነቅና ምርጥ ስኳድ አለው ነው።
Thank you very much. Thank you. And what he is saying, I don't understand his language though, but I think he is saying Mikel Arteta has done so well in the English Premier League and he has turned things around for the Gunners. Arsenal so far this season has been the best. Mikel Arteta so far this season has been the finest. Yesterday, he was telling me Arsenal is going to win against FC Bayern. And I told him FC Bayern is the best club so far in all competitions in the UEFA Champions League and in the German Bundesliga. And he kept on telling me Arsenal is going to pick the 3 valuable points. And they did. He made mention of a 2-1 win or a 3-2 win. And it came to pass. He had his second option as a 3-1 and it came to pass. And the 3 maximum valuable point was picked. The best moment you can always find in the UEFA Champions League has been the best moment in the 2025-2026 season. If you are a Ghana and Mikel Arteta has been the finest coach, you might disagree, you might agree. But so far, Mikel Arteta is the best coach so far in the world. And he can win the UEFA Champions League. And he can win the English Premier League 2025-2026 season. Which club is going to stop the Gunners? They are on a rise. And they are hitting the nail straight ahead. And they are just moving on in a straight line. Nobody can stop the shine from Mikel Arteta. Nobody can stop the Gunners for not winning the English Premier League, for not winning the Emirates FA Cup, for not winning the Carabao Cup, and for not winning what again, the UEFA Champions League, the biggest stage when it comes to the world of football is the UEFA Champions League. And the Gunners are writing history this season. 5 matches, 5 wins, 12 points. The only English Premier League club with 100% record in the UEFA Champions League. The only English Premier League club with 99.9% record in the English Premier League. 2025-2026 season has been the finest season for the Gunners. Do you agree? You might agree, you might disagree. But the 2025-2026 season has been the best season so far for the Gunners. And Mikel Arteta has a blueprint on each and every single player for Arsenal. And they are the best. They are the finest. Me being a Manchester United fan doesn't mean I should say Arsenal is the worst club. Oh. If I am a Manchester United fan, that doesn't mean Arsenal is not the best club in the English Premier League. They are the finest. They are the beginning and they are the end. They are the generational thinkers when it comes to football. They are making history. in the UEFA Champions League. They've set the record straight against all odds. They've set the record straight beyond reasonable doubt against the best, against the top, against the greatest clubs in the UEFA Champions League. They started slowly in the English Premier League, won against Manchester United. The only game they lost was against Liverpool by a goal to 0. And they dominated the game. The entire game was dominated by Arsenal. But they lost by a goal to 0. And after Liverpool won against Arsenal, Liverpool has never been the same. Liverpool has been the worst club after winning against the Gunners. Liverpool has been the worst club over and over and over and over and over and over again after winning against the Gunners. How do you think things will be turned around if you are a Ghana? How do you think the season has been so far if you are an Arsenal fan? How do you think the season has been so far if you love Mikel Arteta? He is the finest coach in the world of football at the moment. In the 2024-2025 season, Mikel Arteta did so well. They won against Real Madrid back to back. And in the 2025-2026 season, they defeated the German champions, FC Bayern, by 3-1. Julian Timber, Martinelli, Noni Madueke. After moving from Chelsea to join the Gunners, he has been one of the finest players for the Gunners so far this season. And Mikel Arteta, the blueprint from Pep Guardiola, and he has shaped Pep Guardiola's blueprint and he has made it his own. After Arsene Wenger comes the finest coach in the world of football who had his blueprint from Pep Guardiola, and he has turned things around as a Ghana. He has made it the greatest blueprint from one of the finest coaches in the world. And Pep Guardiola has really taught Mikel Arteta very well. The student and his master. The student is doing well outside than his master. After learning his blueprint, he went ahead straight and he was given the head coach of the Gunners. And he has made it great. If he is a coach, if he is a student, he is the best student at the end of the year. He will be the best student at the end of the season. If he is a footballer, he will be the best player at the end of the season. And he is the best player at the end of the season if he is a student. And no student goes to school and learns a blueprint from his teacher and he doesn't replicate it on the field. And Mikel Arteta has done so well as a student from Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola's students are all doing very well across the length and breadth of the world. Xabi Alonso is one of those coaches, and he is the head coach for Real Madrid. He won the German Bundesliga, the German DFB Pokal, and the German Super Cup in the 2023-2024 season before he lost it to Vincent Kompany and FC Bayern in the 2024-2025 season. And now, Xabi Alonso is also doing very well in the Spanish La Liga. He's also doing very well in the UEFA Champions League for Real Madrid. And Barca, whoa, they are not doing badly in the Spanish La Liga, but they are going worse to worse in the UEFA Champions League, losing by 3-0 to the Blues, the best club in the world, UEFA Champions League best club, FIFA best club in the world, the only club that has won 2 UEFA Champions League, the only club that has won 2 Europa League, the only club that has won the UEFA Conference League, the only club that has won the UEFA Super Cup, the only club that has won the FIFA Club World Cup. Everything organized by FIFA, everything organized by UEFA. Chelsea has won it. 2 UEFA Champions League, 2 UEFA Europa League, and 2 FIFA Club World Cup, and 2 Super Cup. 2. Chelsea has made it. And in the UEFA Champions League, 5 times UEFA Champions League winners, FC Barcelona lost to the Blues. And Mikel Arteta defeating the best clubs in the world, picking the 3 valuable points against the biggest clubs in the world, picking the 3 valuable points against the best clubs in the world, winning against the greatest clubs in the world. And Mikel Arteta has silenced everyone. He has turned things around against the top clubs in the world. He has made it impossible against the greatest clubs in the world. He has made it known that he is the finest, that he is the best, that he is the greatest, that he is the one to step into the shoes of Arsene Wenger. And Cristiano Ronaldo said it. And Mikel Arteta is doing just that. Cristiano Ronaldo said Arsenal's best season is this season. If Arsenal cannot win the English Premier League and they cannot win the UEFA Champions League this season, then nobody knows when Arsenal will win a trophy again. 6 points behind Chelsea in the English Premier League and 12 points in the UEFA Champions League. But if Arsenal loses over the weekend, then it will be 3 points behind Chelsea. How is the weekend going to be? What do you think about the UEFA Champions League? And what do you think the weekend is also going to be? Join the live stream. When you join the live stream, please kindly tap on the notification button, subscribe, like, and share. Let's talk about the UEFA Champions League. Let's talk about the 2 best clubs in the UEFA Champions League. The 2 clubs that won the best games. Arsenal and then Chelsea. The 2 best English Premier League clubs made it impossible for the best clubs in the world. The Spanish La Liga champions 2024-2025, the treble winners in the Spanish La Liga, Spanish La Liga champions, Spanish Supercopa de España champions, and Copa del Rey champions lost to Chelsea by 3-0. The German Bundesliga champions, the DFB Pokal champions, the German Super Cup champions in the 2024-2025 season lost by 3-1 to the Gunners. Noni Madueke, Martinelli, and Julian Timber made it impossible for FC Bayern. What do you think about Mikel Arteta? What do you think about the Gunners in the 2025-2026 season? How do you think their season has been so far? And if you are going to rate Mikel Arteta, how many points are you going to give him? From 10 to 0, I'll give him 10/10 this season. Forget about losing to Liverpool. I'll give Mikel Arteta 10/10. What if it's 100/100? How many points are you going to give Mikel Arteta? I'll give Mikel Arteta 100/100 this season. No 2 ways about that. They are the finest club so far this season. And Ancelotti has been the best coach so far this season. He has defeated the best coaches in the world of football. Defeated Luis Enrique in the FIFA Club World Cup Finals 2025. And he defeated Hansi Flick, the treble winners in the Spanish La Liga champions 2024-2025, Spanish Supercopa de España champions 2024-2025, and Copa del Rey champions 2024-2025. And Ancelotti made it impossible for Hansi Flick in the UEFA Champions League by 3-0. And Mikel Arteta defeating Vincent Kompany. Hi, Ismail Gula. Hi, Ismail, how are you doing? I am back. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. Ismail, what do you think about Arsenal versus FC Bayern game? Arsenal winning by 3-1. Julian Timber, Martinelli, Noni Madueke winning. And what do you think about Mikel Arteta's performance so far this season? As if you are a Ghana, or if you are not a Ghana, what do you think about Arsenal's performance this season? Have they been the best club so far for you? Have Arsenal been the finest club so far for you this season? Ismail, what do you think about the season so far for the Gunners? If you are an Arsenal fan, or if you are not an Arsenal fan, what do you think about the season so far? Has Arsenal been the best club so far for you? If Arsenal has been the best club so far for you, what do you think it has been their blueprint? They've defeated the best clubs in the world so far, both in the English Premier League and in the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal have ended everyone's dominance. 5 matches in the UEFA Champions League, 100% record with 5 wins. 12 matches in the English Premier League, and they've won the rest, and they've lost one, they've drawn two. What do you think the season has been so far if you're an Arsenal fan? For me, they are the best. For you, they will be the best. For everyone, they are the finest. You might like and dislike Arsenal, but they are the best club so far in the 2025-2026 season. You might agree, you might disagree. The best club in the 2025-2026 season, you are being judged by your performance on the league log. You are being judged by your performance in the UEFA Champions League, or maybe in the UEFA Europa League, or maybe in the UEFA Conference League. That is where your performances are going to be judged on. But Arsenal was second in the 2024-2025 season, and they qualified into the UEFA Champions League. In the 2025-2026 season, they are the first on the English Premier League table, 6 points behind Chelsea. In the UEFA Champions League, they are leading the league table with 12 points. What do you think the season has been so far if you're an Arsenal fan? 2025-2026 season has been the best season so far for Mikel Arteta, and he is the best coach in the 2025-2026 season. You can agree, you can disagree, but Mikel Arteta is my best coach so far this season. You will agree and you will disagree, but Mikel Arteta, one of the finest coaches in the world of football so far this season, is Mikel Arteta. You might agree, you might disagree, but the best coach is Mikel Arteta. The second best coach is Ancelotti. Ancelotti defeated Luis Enrique in the FIFA Club World Cup finals, and he defeated Hansi Flick in the UEFA Champions League 2025. The best moment so far in the UEFA Champions League is the best moment for the Gunners, is the best moment for Chelsea. These two clubs have been the top clubs in the 2025-2026 season. On match day 5, Arsenal and Chelsea are the best club. I might be a Manchester United fan, but Chelsea is the best club in the world. Arsenal is the best club so far this season. What do you think about Arsenal versus FC Bayern? And do you think Mikel Arteta's blueprint is being unfolded after several years now? After several years of being the head coach of Arsenal, after several years of turning things around and becoming the second and qualifying into the UEFA Champions League, Mikel Arteta has now turned things around for the Gunners, and they are writing history. They are making history. They are setting records in the UEFA Champions League. They are making history, and they are setting records in the English Premier League. The top biggest club in the world at the moment, both in the English Premier League and in the UEFA Champions League, is Arsenal. The biggest club so far in the world at the moment, 2025, is Arsenal. Second best is Chelsea. Third best is FC Bayern. Fourth is Real Madrid. FC Bayern is the only club that has not lost a single game in all competitions, but they lost against the Gunners in the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League preliminary round by 3-1. And FC Bayern loses their first game. They've been the only club that has dominated each Premier League club, that has dominated the world of football. FC Bayern won against FC Barcelona, but Mikel Arteta silenced FC Bayern. Mikel Arteta silenced Vincent Kompany. 15 matches played so far. And Arsenal have now won 4 matches against FC Bayern. FC Bayern have won 8 matches. 3 of those matches has ended up in a draw. The fourth game Arsenal won was yesterday against FC Bayern. They won it. The game was played midnight, so it was this morning. Chelsea won yesterday and Arsenal won today. But what do you think about the season so far if you are an Arsenal fan? What do you think about the season so far if you are a Chelsea fan? History has been written by the two biggest clubs in the world of football, Arsenal and then Chelsea. Can Arsenal win the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026? And can Chelsea go all the way into the finals and win the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026? When Chelsea was playing the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, they were moving slowly. One goal, one goal, one goal, 2-1, one goal. Then they would score high goals. But when it got into the finals, they silenced the UEFA Champions League winners, Paris Saint-Germain, by whooping goals. And FC Barcelona, after winning matches upon matches upon matches upon matches in the Spanish La Liga and in the UEFA Champions League, they were silenced by the Gunners. What do you think the season has been so far if you are a Ghana? How do you think the season has been so far? And the most iconic moment in the English Premier League, the most iconic moment in the UEFA Champions League has been the best moment for the Gunners, and it has been the best moment for the Blues. You would like and you would dislike. You would dislike if Chelsea, if you are a Chelsea fan, you would like your club. But if you don't support Chelsea, you will still love them because they've done what you want them to do. To meet FC Barcelona and win against them, and Chelsea did it. And there is one player who should always keep quiet when he is going to enter onto the football pitch. Now he is feeling so superior. Lamine Yamal. He did the same talking before playing against Real Madrid and FC Barcelona lost. He did the same talking against Chelsea and FC Barcelona lost. Should Lamine Yamal keep quiet when they are going to play big games? When he is being asked questions, do you think he should keep quiet and let his talking be on the pitch? Can Ancelotti turn things around for FC Barcelona? After moving to the Spotify Camp Nou and winning by 4 goals to 0 against Alaves, they lost by 3 goals to 0 to the Blues. And after winning 6-2 over the weekend, FC Bayern lost to the Gunners by 3 goals to 1. Has Arsenal been the best club so far for you? Has Arsenal been the greatest club so far for you? Has Arsenal been the finest club so far for you this season? What do you think the season has been? What do you think the season is going to be for the Gunners? And what do you think the season is going to be for FC Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga, for Real Madrid in the Spanish La Liga? And the weekend, we are going to see smiles and we are still going to see tears in the faces of every teaming supporter. How is the season going to be for your club? And do you think Arsenal can win the UEFA Champions League 2026 finals? And do you think Arsenal can win the English Premier League 2025? Where would their focus be? Sometimes when Arsenal is doing so well, they get divided attention in the English Premier League and in the UEFA Champions League. When they are winning, you see them getting divided attention. This is where the psychological moment comes in. They are doing so well in the UEFA Champions League. They are doing so well in the English Premier League. But they need a psychologist that is going to psych and put the players' mindset off the winning moments. Because if it continues, before you realize things are falling down the pecking order. And it has happened in several years since he took over, since he became the coach of Arsenal. Whenever things are going on well, before you realize Mikel Arteta's season has fallen down the pecking order. And can Mikel Arteta turn things around for the Gunners? Can Mikel Arteta make the Gunners smile at the end of the season? What do you think the season is going to be if you are a Ghana? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share, turn your notification button on, and always subscribe to SATV Sports. And I will always bring you the best, nothing but the best when it comes to sports news around the world. Always be good. Always take pictures and memories of your life. One moment and your life will change. One moment and you will have your breakthrough in life. There's always a big moment when it comes to football. And it's the moment for the Gunners. And it's a moment for the Blues. Chelsea did so well in the UEFA Champions League to pick the 3 maximum points against FC Barcelona. And Arsenal did so well to pick the 3 valuable points against FC Bayern, the 2 biggest clubs in the UEFA Champions League, the 2 biggest clubs in the world. Arsenal and Chelsea took the 3 valuable points beyond reasonable doubt against the best clubs in the world. FC Bayern losing to Chelsea, FC Bayern losing to Arsenal, and FC Barcelona losing to Chelsea, the 2 biggest English Premier League clubs, picking the 3 valuable points, the one leading the English Premier League table and the one who is second on the English Premier League table, made it impossible against all odds, and they took the 3 valuable points at stake. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Can Arsenal win over the weekend again? And can Arsenal win the English Premier League? Can Arsenal win again in the English Premier League and win again in the UEFA Champions League? After the international break, Arsenal is the best club. After the international break, Arsenal has done so well. After the international break, they have been the greatest club. And now they've been the finest. They've been the most decorated club in the 2025-2026 season. They've been the finest, they've been the greatest, they've been the best club in the 2025-2026 season. If you are a Ghana, what do you think about your club? If you are a Ghana, what do you think about Mikel Arteta's performance so far this season? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And always subscribe to SATV Sports. Let me know, how do you think Arsenal's performance has been so far? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share and turn your notification button on and subscribe to SATV Sports. And I'll bring you more exclusive when it comes to sports news around the world.